What's up, gamer? My name's Luco, and today I'm going to show you how to unlock all 4 Voidstones for your Atlas in Path of Exile 1. Each Voidstone upgrades the tier of all the maps on your Atlas by 4 until they reach the maximum tier of 16, and gives your tier 16 map drops a small chance to upgrade into a special kind of map called a tier 17 map. Getting your Voidstones is the first step to getting the most out of your Atlas. Each Voidstone unlocks when you defeat a different Pinnacle boss in the Atlas. The Grasping and Omniscient Voidstones on the left and bottom respectively come from beating the Eater of Worlds and the Searing Exarch. To unlock these 2 bosses, you get 2 separate questlines about midway through your Atlas that requires you to apply their influence to higher and higher tier maps using these buttons on the map device until you get to tier 16. When you kill your first tier 16 map boss with each of their influences applied, you get an invitation to go fight the boss. Killing each boss for the first time will reward you with its associated Voidstone. The Ceremonial Voidstone comes from defeating the Maven in a fight. To reach her fight, you have to acquire an item called the Maven's Writ and put it in your map device. To get the Maven's Writ, you need to combine 10 other items called Crescent Splinters. To get Crescent Splinters, you have to complete Maven invitations by fighting different bosses while her influence is active on the map device, and then going to fight them all at the same time in the Maven's arena. The easiest Maven invitation comes from defeating 10 different map bosses while she's watching and then going to fight them in the arena. That's the easiest invitation by far, but it can take a really long time to farm out 10 bosses and then go clear them, and then when you complete the invitation, you rarely ever get more than 1 Crescent Splinter at a time, so you would have to do 100 map bosses to get 1 Maven's Writ. To get the splinters a little faster, you can run one of the special invitations. If you mouse over the Maven's icon on the Atlas screen, you can see which areas you need to clear with the Maven's influence active to attempt one of them. The Hidden and the Feared are the 2 toughest by far, so I recommend against doing those just for Crescent Splinters, but the other 4 are pretty manageable. Each of the special invitations usually gives somewhere between 2 and 5 splinters, and most of them only require 4 bosses, so it should be quite a bit faster than just doing the regular map boss invitations. If you'd rather not deal with hunting down all those bosses, and you're not playing solo self-found, you can also just buy Crescent Splinters or a full Maven's Writ from other players on the currency exchange. In most leagues, each writ usually costs somewhere around 1 Divine Orb, so it's a little pricey, but not entirely unreachable. Finally, the Decayed Voidstone comes from defeating a fight known as the Uber Elder. To get into the Uber Elder encounter, you need to collect a set of 4 fragments and put them in your map device. 2 of the fragments drop from a boss called the Shaper, and the other 2 fragments drop from a different boss called the Elder. When you kill one of these bosses, it's guaranteed to drop one of the 2 fragments that it carries. To get into the Shaper and the Elder encounters, each one requires 4 different fragments. To enter the Shaper's boss encounter, you need to kill each of his 4 guardians, the Hydra, the Chimera, the Phoenix, and the Minotaur. Each one has its own special tier 16 map with a starry background and a colorful emblem, so they're pretty easy to spot. And to enter the Elder's boss encounter, you need to kill each of his 4 guardians as well: the Purifier, the Constrictor, the Enslaver, and the Eradicator. Instead of having their own special maps, they appear as extra bosses in normal maps between tier 14 and tier 16. When you find a map that has one of the Elder's guardians in it, the map will have a special icon based on which boss is present, so you can easily tell it's not a normal map. If you use an Orb of Horizon on any of the Guardian maps, it'll change to one of the other Guardian maps for the same boss. So Shaper Guardians get changed to other Shaper Guardians, and Elder Guardians get changed to other Elder Guardians. This makes it much easier to finish out a set of fragments if you're just missing one specific Guardian. Farming out all of the Guardians and fragments you need to get into the Uber Elder encounter can be a massive hassle, so usually I just do the Elder once, then do the Shaper once, and then just buy the 2 remaining Uber Elder fragments from other players. But again, that only works if you're not playing solo self-found. Once you manage to kill each of these bosses for the first time, you'll have all 4 Voidstones, and every single map on your Atlas will be tier 16. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them in the comments. If you found this guide helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe for more like it. Channel memberships are also available behind the join button if you want to support the channel directly. Lastly, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in another video.